Guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and this is the Chic Damsel. So I've been doing some thinking, being home. A lot of us are relying on online shopping. It's more like it's become like therapy. You basically don't have anywhere to dress up to go, but you just want to dress up because it either makes you feel good or you're staying in the house or you're trying to look cute for a friend. Hey, no judgments here. I'm one of those people. I'm like wearing jewelry, put makeup on just to make this video, and I'm not even going anywhere. So, anyways, one of my coworkers was complaining to me about the fact that online shopping for her is challenging because it's really hard to purchase something. You get the item and you realize that that's exactly like what you want and a perfect fit. Because she likes shopping in the actual stores because you get to try the item, and if it doesn't fit, then you can always return it or whatever it is, and you walk out of the store happy with your purchase. I can relate honestly because I've been shopping online since like it became a thing. So I'm addicted to that. But so along the way and like along the years, I've had time to finesse my way of shopping. Like I know now how to do it, like which websites to go to, how to pick an item. And I was giving her all those tips and I said, well, let me come and hop on here and share the tips with all of you guys. So, without much further ado, I'm sharing 7 tips with you guys so you never have to worry again about buying something and having to return it right here, right now. Let's get into it. Tip number one that I want to share with you is the product description of the item. When you get on a website and you start scrolling, you see stuff and you click on the item and then you pick your size and you get it shipped to you. But that's not the right way to do it. You should pay attention to the product description box because that's where all the fabrics and all the information regarding the item are posted. So basically, these are the main fabrics that you'll see. Wool, number one, wool is something that we all know. It's in winter attire, like clothes, jackets, boots. So you definitely don't want to purchase that to wear in any season other than like the end of fall or like the winter. Anything else, you're setting yourself up for failure. I mean, I don't know anyone that will wear a coat in the summer, anyways. So you have wool, you have cotton. Cotton is very comfortable, it's light, it's airy, it's very good to keep your body cool. People usually, it's been advised by people in the fashion industry to wear that during the summer because it'll keep your body at like a nice temperature. So then you have the group of, this is basically all the same items like silk, satin. Those two tend to be very light and airy also, but they are also very absorbent. So if you're wearing something and you get hot and you're sweating, it's gonna show everything. That's personally not my favorite because I'm a sweat bucket and I get very self-conscious. So I don't tend to purchase certain items because it'll show like my sweat stains basically, and that's just gross. No one wants to see that. So then you have polyester. Polyester is a mix of fibers that tend usually to be my favorite aside from cotton. Polyester won't necessarily be like figure flattering, but it basically kind of like molds to your body. If it's mixed with elastane, it means that the fabric is stretchy and it's a mix of fibers. Also, those tend to be like thicker. So sometimes you purchase items and you look at them and you're like, oh, this is so light, I can see through. Polyester, if it's made with the right fibers, usually won't give you that kind of issue. So that's my favorite. And then the last one is spandex. Spandex is found in leggings and workout attire, mainly like sports bra, sports leggings, regular leggings. I also like elastane because it's not absorbent. So if you wear it, especially when it's in a darker color, you could be sweating and like it wouldn't show. It wouldn't necessarily show any sweat stains or like sweat pits. So I mean armpits, sweat pits. So I actually do like that. So basically the first step is to look at the product description and understand the fabric that the item is made of. Also, it's good to know not only the type of fabric but the composition. So if it says again something like cotton and elastane, that means that the fabric will be light and airy, but at the same time it has some stretch to it because that's what elastane is. Sometimes you see some item and it says 90% cotton, 5% elastane. That means that you have 5% of like elasticity to the outfit. If you see something like 10% elastane, that's even better because that means that the item is very stretchy. So pay attention to that. That first step is very important. Step number two is this is like very easy. Maybe this should actually be step one. If you don't know the website, if it's something that you've never shopped on, maybe it's a good idea to stay away from it. I basically always shop on the same websites. It's like Boohoo, ASOS, Misguided, Pretty Little Thing, like the most popular ones. Every once in a while, I'll try something new, but I also think that, and I actually highly recommend if you're gonna shop somewhere new, a store that you've seen on Instagram, it's a good thing to scroll through the comments and see what everybody else's experience is. Again, that same friend of mine, y'all, she told me she had to like close her account and open up a new one because she bought something on Instagram trying to be cheap because she didn't want to spend much money, and she saw that the same item, just you know how like I think that really shopping websites track our every move, because she hopped on Instagram and she saw an ad for the same item that she didn't want to purchase on the other website. She saw it at like half the price and she hopped on it and she bought the item. She never received it. Then she looked it up and found out that many people had reported it as a scam, that store. So again, if you don't know the website, maybe you should stay away from it. If you have doubts, don't purchase. If you do want to purchase, make sure that you review everybody else's comments, you read the reviews, and you make sure that the company hasn't been like declared like fraudulent or anything like that. But I just basically try to be safe and stick to the same ones that I always shop on and the ones that everybody else shops on, because that way if there's an issue with it, you know that you have a customer service and there's someone that you can actually contact rather than like some place random that you just found by hopping online. So that's tips number two. Read the reviews and do your research on the website before you make any purchases. So tip number three, guys, is to be aware of just generic item descriptions. So on some items, you'll see that they have a photo of the model and they may not have a video. Those, yeah, I mean, I would still look at the product description, and if I see that it has enough stretch, that I would maybe still purchase. But I usually also try to see what the item looks like in action. Usually they'll have a video of the actual item, like the model walking down the runway. That's very important because you get to see how it would flow, like how it would fit your body. You know how long it is, you know if it's gonna be figure hugging, you know if it's gonna be too loose. You just kind of know like what to expect when you actually receive the item. And if you don't know, most sites nowadays have a size chart. So you get to see what the size means for that company and the equivalent. Because some companies will say this is an L, but like according to their size chart, L means 4'6", which usually is considered a small. So you may want to pay attention to that before you make your selection, and you know when to size up or when to size down. So guys, now on to tip number 4. We're making good progress here. So tip number 4 is, if you're in doubt, always size up. This is my go-to rule. Like I said, I'm really tall. So half the time when I have bad experiences, which really doesn't happen, but usually the few times that I've had bad experiences, it was because the items weren't what I wanted them to be. Either they were too bulky on me, or maybe I underestimated how much smaller they were. So what I've learned over the years is to buy something a size up rather than like a size down, because you can always take it in. You'd be surprised how many times you buy something and you realize that it's not the right size, even after checking and doing your homework, and then you want to exchange it, they tell you it's out of stock. I hate that. And it always happens when it's an item that I really, really, really like or that I really want. So from now on, if I see something that's low in stock, it says so on the website, but I'm not sure, I would go with the sizing up, because that way I can always take it to like a tailor next to me, fit it on my body the way I want it to be. So that's my tip. When in doubt, size it up. Tip number 5 is you want to pay attention to the item in different colors. Don't just look at the item in the color that you're interested in or that you want to buy. Yes, it's that we know you're gonna buy it, but you may want to look at it under different colors, because that's when you also get to see what the fabric or the texture really looks like. Have you ever purchased items that look really nice when they're like in darker colors, like navy or black, and then you get the same item in a separate color, and you realize that like the white one seems so much lighter and shows everything, and you're unable to conceal or hide any like flaws or anything you want to hide. So look at it in different colors, because you get to see how it really looks. You get to see what the composition and the texture really is, and you know if it's worth purchasing or if it's something that may be ruined fast because it doesn't have enough lining or because it's very sheer. So pay attention to the item in a different color. You may be highly surprised at what you find. So now I've shared with you 5 tips already to help make your online shopping experience much easier and successful. I'm gonna give you the last 2. Those last 2 are just extras, but I would say they're also equally useful. So number 6 is try to see when you're on the product page, see if the item can be found in stores or if it's just online. I'll say item available in stores or just exclusive online. When it's exclusive, then you know that's like basically your only option to get it, or you'll miss out. When it's in stores, you can on the checkout page put that you don't want it shipped to you, but shipped it to the store closer to you. And when the item gets there, you'll get a notification and you can just go to the store and pick up your item. Now, when you go to the store to get it, I also recommend that you just try it on right there and then in the dressing room, so that if it doesn't fit, you can always return it there or like get a refund and you get your money back. You don't have to wait to get it delivered to you and then try it on and then deal with like the hassle that returns can be sometimes. So I think that also makes it a lot easier and maybe more comfortable, because you know that if it doesn't fit, then you're at the store and maybe, who knows, you could be going through the racks and you find something else that you like to exchange it for, or you can just get the same one in the size that actually fits. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Always try to see if you can find the item in stores or if it's just available online. If you've made it through this video up to this point, congrats to you, because I can guarantee that your next shopping experience will be successful. If you haven't, then you definitely want to check out those tips I'm sharing with you guys. But this is the 7th and last one. I'm not trying to encourage anyone in their shopping addiction if they have one and if they can admit they have one. But all I'm saying is do not wait to shop until you need it. I know that we're all trying to save our money, but I also do believe that shopping should not just happen because you're bored or like as a therapy. Shopping should happen because you look at stuff you find cute and you want to get them. That being said, I personally never wait until I need something to make a purchase. Like, I don't wait, for example, until I need to go to a wedding or like a party or some kind of celebration or event to make a purchase. More often than not, waiting until the last minute is guaranteed failure. You're in a rush, so you buy whatever you find. You're in a rush, so you don't necessarily take the time to look through like item description, material, fabrics, and all that stuff. You just see something and you need it as soon as possible. And that also applies to like going to the mall. Like, have you ever gone to the mall on the actual day of like an event you have going on and you're in a rush and stressed to find something to wear? Usually it doesn't turn out well. You buy something, you may not wear it again, or it just sits in your closet. You go home, you put it on your bed, you decide you don't want to wear it, and you settle for something else. So my last tip is don't shop for something until you need it. Try to buy stuff over time. That doesn't mean you have to go on a wild shopping spree, but try to buy like items one at a time so you can also build your closet in that way. And you can always shop your closet for when you need stuff, or like you need to put an outfit together to go somewhere. So that's definitely the one rule that I live by. So guys, these are all the tips that I had to share with you today to make your shopping experience online very successful. I hope that you do use these tips and you apply them. And if you do have other tips that you use that I may not necessarily be aware of, please do share them in the comments. I would also really love to learn from you guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Please do stay tuned. And also do let me know what kind of quality content you'd like to see more from me in the future. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.